America is obsessed with sex. Each day, we are bombarded by images in film, television, and advertising. With children and young adults viewing these images each day, it's not surprising that the United States has the highest rate of teen pregnancies in any industrialized country. 1/3 of women will get pregnant before the age of 20, according to the Center for Disease Control. This problem can be directly linked to the way our nation handles sex education. There are two main types of sex education taught to teens today. Abstinence-only sex education promotes abstinence, but does not acknowledge that most students will engage in sexual behavior. Comprehensive sex education, on the other hand, covers abstinence, condoms, STDs, birth control, body issues, homosexuality, abortion, sexual health, maneuvering, orientation issues, heterosexuality, bisexuality, the day after family sex, transgender issues. In other words, comprehensive sex education is, well, comprehensive. We interviewed sexual health professional Kimberly Dunlap about her opinions on sex education. What is HEART?
It is the Health Education Awareness Resource Team. So we are the preventative health office on campus.
What is the biggest difference between abstinence-only sex education and comprehensive sex education?
I think the key difference is that comprehensive sexuality education includes abstinence education. It is a component of it. It acknowledges that abstinence can be a healthy and helpful choice for a lot of students. Abstinence-only education only addresses that one aspect.
Some young people still use myths to dictate their sexual health decisions, which can be dangerous and downright embarrassing.
We really wanted to be safe, so he wore two.
I always thought you had to unroll these before you put them on.
I can't get an STD if my girlfriend's on birth control. Right? Right?
We went to the street to ask some people about their high school experiences with sex education.
And did your school teach sex education classes or programs?
No, we didn't have any classes like that.
We did?
Yes, we had a class that dealt with sex education.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
Yes, they did.
Did you think that the sex education program was effective?
Absolutely not. I think it was a complete failure for the public high school I went to.
Very effective.
But it really, I think, depends on how well it's instilled.
No. It was effective for me as an individual, but I don't think for the whole class because there was a kid that was kicked out for asking racy questions.
And was anyone pregnant from your high school?
Oh, yes.
Yes, a lot of girls got pregnant.
Yes, that did happen. That was the subject of some rumors.
More than one. More than one.
Yes, plenty did.
Yes, we had 1 or 2 pregnancies. Probably a number of 12 or more.
In Chicago, I have a lot of friends that are also 18 years old and have babies.
Actually, I had a son when I was 16, so yeah, and I know a few others too.
Yes. God, yes.
According to the National Survey of Family Growth, teens who received comprehensive sex education were 60% less likely to report becoming pregnant or impregnating someone than teens with no sex education, and 50% less likely to report pregnancies than teens with abstinence-only education. Despite these facts, Congress approved $1.5 billion in grants over the last 10 years for abstinence-only programs. Do you think that this education could actually decrease the statistics of teen pregnancy and STDs?
Statistics have shown that it can. That when students are armed with appropriate information about how to make good choices and healthy behaviors, that the likelihood that they will prevent STI and STD transmission is increased, and that the likelihood that they can avoid unintended pregnancies is also increased.
Medical evidence has proven that comprehensive sex education effectively reduces the rate of teen pregnancies and STDs. But more importantly, it provides an atmosphere to ask those difficult questions that many students can't get from their parents. America is obsessed with sex, and it's about time we know about it.